Hello students, you are welcome in Limits and Derivatives part 16. We are doing supplement part of this chapter, and in this part we will discuss limits of exponential and logarithmic functions. Now exponential functions, it is any function of the type e raised to the power x, where e is any real value, it is between 2 and 3, and domain of the function is set of real values. Range of the function is set of positive real numbers. So fx, any function of the type e raised to the power x, that is exponential functions. Then logarithmic function, it is log of any positive real number to the base e. E is again same, is any value, it is a real value between 2 and 3, is a real value, not any real value, and range is positive real values. So it is given by log of x to the base e is equal to y if and only if e raised to the power y is equal to x. It means logarithmic function can also be expressed in the form of exponential functions. Similarly, converse is also true. Exponential can be expressed in the form of logarithmic function. So e is base, log of x to the base e is equal to y. It means e raised to the power y is equal to x. Here two results that will be used in the questions. Log of 1 is 0, the value of log of 1 is 0. Log e to the base e is 1. So similarly, if e is replaced by some any number like 2 or 3, so log 2 to the base 2 will be 1. Log a to the base a will be 1. So these results will be used in the questions. Now some standard forms of this. So limit x tends to 0 of e raised to the power x minus 1 upon x. This is a standard form, and when you put x 0, so you must have 0 upon 0 form. So 0 upon 0, and if it is x, then we must have x here. If it is 3x, then we must have 3x here. So it is equal to 1. Similarly, the second standard form, limit x tends to 0 of log of 1 plus x. When base is not mentioned, it is understood e. So log of 1 plus x to the base e upon x is equal to 1. So now two more results. Limit x tends to 0, a raised to the power x minus 1 upon x, that is equal to log a. Now a can be any real value other than e. Similarly, limit x tends to 0, 1 plus x to the power 1 upon x, it is equal to e. So we will use these two results in this exercise, and this is exercise after answers, it is supplement part. Now you see, this is question number 1. Evaluate limit x tends to 0 of e raised to the power 4x minus 1 upon x. Now you see, when you put x 0, so we are getting 0 upon 0 form. So it means we have to reduce it to the standard form. To apply standard form, if it is 4x, so we must have 4x in the denominator. So you apply the standard form here. So you to reduce into standard form, multiply and divide it by 4. So it will be 4x and multiplied by 4. So now using the identity limit x tends to 0, e raised to the power x minus 1 upon x is equal to 1 to this part. So it will be 1. So 1 into 4. So answer is 4. So I hope it is clear. Then move on to question number 2. Evaluate limit x tends to 0 of e raised to the power 2 plus x minus e square upon x. Now you observe the numerator. We can take e square common. So limit x tends to 0. After taking e square common, it is e raised to the power x minus 1 upon x. Now it is standard form, and when x tends to 0, the value of this is 1. Sorry. So therefore e square into 1, and answer is e square. So I hope it is clear. Question number 3. Limit x tends to 5 of e raised to the power x minus e raised to the power 5 upon x minus 5. Taking e raised to the power 5 common from the numerator, It is e raised to the power x minus 5 minus 1 upon x minus 5 when limit x tends to 5. So this is not standard form. To reduce it to standard form, we will substitute x minus 5 by h. So let x minus 5 is equal to h. So when x is approaching 5, then h will approach 0. So you change the limits. Whenever we are changing variables, so we have to change the limits as well. So limit h tends to 0, e raised to the power 5. Replace x minus 5 by h. So e raised to the power h minus 1 upon h. Now this is standard form. This is equal to 1 when h tends to 0. So it is e raised to the power 5 into 1, and answer is e raised to the power 5. So I hope it is clear to all of you. Now question number 6. So evaluate limit x tends to 0, x into e raised to the power x minus 1 upon 1 minus cos x. When you put x 0, so we are getting 0 upon 0. So reduce it to standard form. Now we know we have to use the identity 1 minus cos a is equal to 2 sine square a by 2. Use identity in the denominator. So limit x tends to 0, x into e raised to power x minus 1 upon 2 sine square x by 2. Now reduce this part into standard form, this into standard form. To reduce it to standard form, we will divide it and multiply it by x. Similarly, to reduce denominator into standard form, multiply and divide it by x square by 4. So now you can cancel x with this x square, similarly x, and write limit using algebra of limits, limit with numerator and denominator separately. So 4, after simplifications, it is 4 upon 2 into limit x tends to 0, e raised to power x minus 1 upon x, similarly with the denominator. Now using identities, it is 1 and denominator is also 1. So it is 2 into 1 and answer is 2. So I hope it is clear. This is very important question. Now question number 7. Evaluate limit x tends to 0 of log 1 plus 2x upon x to the base e. So this is limit of exponential logarithmic functions. Because it is 2x, so we must have 2x in the denominator to apply standard form. So that's why you multiply and divide it by 2 like this, and then using standard form in this. And what is the formula? Using limit x tends to 0 of log 1 plus x upon x, it is equal to 1. So after application of this formula, it is 2 into 1 and answer is 2. And the last question of this exercise, limit x tends to 0 log of 1 plus x cube upon sine cube x. You have to evaluate this limit. Now using a logarithmic limit in this numerator and denominator, we will apply the identity limit x tends to 0 sine x upon x equal to 1. Because it is sine cube x, so we must have x cube in the denominator. Because it is log of 1 plus x cube, so it also must have x cube in the denominator. So therefore dividing numerator and denominator by x cube to reduce it into standard form. And after dividing, you write limit with the numerator and denominator separately. So using identity in numerator and denominator, it is 1 upon 1 and answer is 1. So that's all in this topic. So you try to solve the exercise. This exercise is after the answers supplement part, and we will discuss the problems in this then the live sessions. That's all for today. Thank you.